Gauteng, November 2020, grade 10 maths, paper 2. So this is question 1, and we're given the height of 18 grade 8 learners recorded in centimeters in this table. And we've got to answer the following questions. So the first is to represent the data on a stem and leaf diagram, and we're given this chart here. So the first thing that I'm going to do is write a key. So for example, for my key, I'm going to choose one of the data points. I'm going to choose this 129, and I'm going to say that 1, 2, and with this line in between, nine means 129, and that's my key. Alright, and then I can go ahead and fill in the chart with the numbers in ascending order. So for the 110s, I've only got one number, that's 110. And then for the 120s, the smallest one is 125, followed by 128, and then there's two 129s. Then for the 30s, the smallest is 130, followed by 131, followed by 133, 139, and so on and so forth. And we've got to remember that when we've got two of the same number, like 129, we represent it twice, and the same here for 162. We had two of those, we represent this twice. And to make sure that we've filled in the stem and leaf diagram correctly, we can count that we've got the same number of numbers represented here as we had in the table. So we were told there was 18. So we can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Okay, then the next questions, 1.2, are asking for the measures of spread. So for the first one, we want the median. And the median is going to be the middlemost number. So starting from the smallest number and the biggest number, I'm going to cross these out until I meet in the middle. Okay, and I'm in between 139 and 142. And so my median is going to be 139 plus 142 divided by 2, so halfway in between those two numbers. And that is 140.5. Okay, and then I want my mode. So the mode is the most frequently occurring number. And I had two of those. I had 129 that appeared twice, and I had 162 that appeared twice. So my mode is both of those, 162 and 129. Maybe I should say equals. Right, then my lower quartile and the upper quartile. The lower quartile I can call Q1, and the upper quartile is called Q3. And so the lower quartile, when I go from my median, which was halfway between 142 and 139, then I want to find the halfway point between these lower half numbers, the lower half of the median. And then for my upper quartile Q3, I'm going to do the same, except I'm going to look at the upper half of the numbers now from the median, and I'm going to find the halfway point in between those. So for the lower numbers, I'm going to start at 110 and 139, and I'm going to cross out until I find myself in the middle once again. Okay, and I find that to be 129. And I can do the same for the upper quartile, so I'm going to start at 142 now. And I find that one to be 152. So my Q1 was 129, and my Q3 is 152. And then next I'm asked to find the mean, which is the average. And so for the average, I'm going to add up all of the numbers, all of these numbers in the table, and I'm going to divide them by how many of them there are, which is 18. So I've got 18 different heights here. I'm going to add up all the heights, and I'm going to divide them by 18 to find the average height between these 18 people. So my mean I'm going to call x bar, and that is equal to the sum of all the x's, which are the heights, and that's over n, which is the number of people that I'm speaking about. And when I sum up all the heights, I get them equal to 2,531. I was told that there's 18 students, and this is 140.61 centimeters. Okay, then for question 2, I'm given the ages of 30 people that are negotiating a mortgage in the bank, and these are the ages in the table that I'm given. And I'm asked to complete a frequency table on the diagram below. So in this frequency table, I've got the ages in intervals. And here I'm going to tally up how many people occur between these ages. And then the frequency is that I'm just going to write the number of how many people occur in this interval. So starting with the 25, from 25 up to 33, and notice that I've got a less than and equal to sign here and just a less than here, and that's the same for all of the class intervals. So when I see the less than and equal to, that means I'm going to include the number 25, the age, anyone who's age 25 is going to be in this one, and anyone who's age 33 is not going to be in this one. It's not included. But in the next class, then people who are aged 33 are going to be included, but the people who are aged 41 are not going to be included. And they'll be included in the next class, and then the ones who are aged 49 are not included in this class, but they'll be included in the next one. So that's what the less than and equal to and just the less than is telling us. So for the first ones, I'm going to count all of the people who are 25 and no older than 32. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So this is 10. Then I'm going to count the people who are 33 and up to no older than 40. So my 33 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. And then the ones who are 41 and up to no older than 48, that is 1, 2, not that one, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then this is all the rest of them, so 49 or older. 1, 2, 3, and that's it. And then again, I'm just going to add them up and make sure that I've got 30 people in total. So I've counted everyone. So that's 5, 10, 15, 20, that's 23, that's 27, and that's 30. Right, and then I'm asked to draw a frequency histogram. I'm asked to use the information in the frequency table to draw a histogram. On this chart here, so for the histogram, the first class, I've got people who are from 25 up to 33, which is about here. So this is 25 and this is 33, and I had 10 of those. And then for the 33s up to 41, that's here, I had 13 of those. That's 10, 11, 12, 13. And then for the 41s up to 49, which is here, I had 4. And then for the last class, the 49s up to 57, which is there, I had 3 of them. Okay, and that's my histogram. And then for 2.3, I'm asked to draw a frequency polygon. Then for my x values, I'm going to use the halfway points in between the age intervals, and my y values are going to remain the same as the frequencies. So the frequencies are still going to be exactly as they appear in the table, but the x values are going to be the halfway points of all of the classes. For the first one, the lower boundary was 25 and the upper boundary was 33. If I add those together, it's 58, and I divide by 2. So the halfway in between is 29. So the first class people are going to be plotted on this line of 29, and there were 10 of them. Right, and then I continue to do that. So with the next class, the halfway point was 33 plus 41 divided by 2 is 37, which is there. And then the frequency was 13, so that's going to be here. Then for the next ones, I had 41 plus 49, which is 90, and I divide that by 2 is 45. So that's my halfway point between the class. And for that one, I had 4 people. So that's going to be here. Sorry, 45. And then for the final class, the lower boundary was 49 and the upper boundary was 57. So I add those together and divide by 2, so I get 53. That's there, and there was 3 of them. So that's it, and those are the points for my frequency polygon. Okay, and then all that's left is to join up the points. And I also want to ground the points down to the x-axis, so I'll have something like this.